But hello, final three of Triumph Japan. Tomorrow night, one of you will be crowned the winner and will join the Hall of Fame of Triumph winners so far. Tonight, we're doing Rites of Passage. You guys all know what that means. You're going to go through each of the people from the game and reminisce on the lovely or awful times you had with them, grabbing their torches along the way, walking up the hill, whatever, like in Survivor. They should do that again, by the way. So I'm going to share my screen. How do I do this? Oh my gosh.
Lauren, your room is so cute.
Well, thank you.
Can you guys see this?
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna do slideshow because it makes your faces go away and I like to see your faces. So isn't it cute? I downloaded a template.
Is there an idol hidden in there?
Yeah, it's like right there. Yeah. I don't know, Peyton, you'd probably find it, but alrighty, so to get us started off, how do I click? No, next. All right, last place, 20th place is Tita. Go ahead, guys, take it away. Oh, and don't talk over each other. Give everyone a chance to speak for people.
Were any of us even on a tribe with her?
No, I don't
No,
think we.
none of you had a
Yeah.
try with Tita.
From what I've heard, she had an unfortunate start because she was on a cruise, I think, or on doing something. But that's literally all I know. I've never heard of her before. I think it was her first game.
Well, I hope she keeps
I have,
playing. I hope that doesn't
uh,
discourage her. Oh.
I have nothing to add.
Alrighty, let's move on to
Not me just now realizing that we're all from the same OG tribe. That's iconic.
alrighty, 19th place, someone you also all were not on a tribe with ever. But our lovely Philip, take it away if you have any thoughts.
I feel like he was robbed. I really wanted to play with him, to be honest.
I agree. I heard that, well, from his boot post and from what I know about him, like he would have been a force to be reckoned with. And he was playing pretty hard and aggressively. So I think if he would have made it deeper, it would have been difficult to play against him.
He looks like he's like a comp threat, to be honest.
He's strong. He's very attractive too.
Yeah, I feel like if we would have seen Philip later, he would have fit in well with the messy people.
Yeah.
Okay, all good for Philip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Next up is somebody you were on a tribe with, all three of you. 18th placer, Eric.
Gross.
Eric is Eric is like Eric is he's just Eric. We have a tumultuous relationship and we never seem to get along. And we were getting along for a second, and then he just started rubbing everyone the wrong way, and then he told me to fuck off in the main chat and pretended like he didn't. So after that, it was kind of the end for me.
See, I didn't know Eric before, but yeah, when that challenge happened, and then I woke up and I saw like the stuff that happened when I was asleep, and I saw how he like when he said that, and then I saw Peyton react. I was like, oh, well, shit.
Yeah, that was Eric was actually the round he went home was actually really like kind of crazy. So it was the first time I voted. So it was fun.
It was the first time any of us voted.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm dead.
That was pre-swap. That was pre-swap, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
this was the last tribal council pre-swap.
Yeah.
Any final words for Eric? Alrighty, next up
dead.
we have 17th placer Chrissy.
Ugh,
I'm so sad.
I literally am so sad. I love her. She's like the queen of like queens. I've never even played with her before. Well, we were in like we were in a Amazing Race game together, but that doesn't really count. Um, but she's an icon, and I was really I was really looking forward to playing with her. But I hope she's okay. I think she was going through some stuff in this game, so I hope that she's getting it figured out.
Yeah, I was looking forward because I played a game with Chrissy. Maggie was also there at the same game. We played together and we still never got the tequila shot together. So I was looking forward to that.
I mean, I personally love her. I mean, I used to be in a group chat with her and we used to talk. So I personally knew her.
Not the group chat.
I would say I feel like she would have also been very messy if she would have been there. Like she's also
Yeah, I would have loved to play with her, but I like knowing that there was a possibility she could be against me was also scary. So
Why would she be against you?
who knows? Why was everyone against me the whole game?
Alrighty, final words for Chrissy while my dog sneezes in front of the computer.
Oh,
Okay, 16th place, Jason.
Yikes. That was a big yikes. Were you guys wait?
I don't know.
you're the only one that was with them.
Oh yeah, that was swap. Yeah, that was a time when I think my social and strategic game really took off because I kind of took a really strong hold in that vote, and it wasn't really known until later that it was all like my idea. And then later to find out that my closest ally was dating him was really scary because I was like, when we had this chat, when we had that wall sit thing, I was against Madison, and she was like, "What was the tea for that?" And I was like, "Oh, Jay said he was horrible," and I like split the vote against him, and I really wanted him out, and I had no idea they were together. So that was perfect. Um, but he was a really strong player, and we almost went to rocks. Thank God Blake flipped. But yeah, that was like the first messy round that I was a part of, and it ended up going my way, which was nice. He's a really nice person, I think, and it was fun chatting with him for the little bit that we had. I think if we would have started talking earlier, it might have gone a different way. But at that point, I think all of Yuki really wanted to stay together. So that's what ended up happening. But
I don't really have any thoughts on him. I don't really know him.
Yeah,
But
I only heard from Allison pre-swap that they didn't have a great relationship, and that's all I have ever heard from Jason or about Jason.
yeah, I heard that too, and I ended up really enjoying him for a second. We only talked once, and by that time, I had already made up my mind that he was going home. So it was kind of sad, but
poor guy.
right?
We've all been there. We've all been there. The one talking to someone, knowing damn well we're going home. But
Yep.
this time it didn't happen to any of you guys because you made final three. Any final thoughts on Jason?
Thanks for giving us Madison.
Okay, next up, 15th place, Divi.
I love Divi. I'm honestly in a game with them right now, and they're actually talking to me. So it's different, but I love Divi. They're so funny and very iconic.
Yeah, Divi is just not my type of person. Like, this is all too much for me. Like, the first time we called and the very first interaction was Divi burping. Like, I didn't even get it, even hello. It was just a burp. So I was like, okay. and
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't have that same interaction.
I haven't never spoken to them before. But when I saw their um cast reveal photo, like that's fucking iconic. So, and I think I put in my production chat, I was like, if I don't win this game, I really hope they win this game because like look at that fucking photo. So they didn't win, so maybe it'll be me. So funny. Robbed.
They would have made this game probably very interesting.
Mhm.
They are not boring. That's for sure.
I never was talking with them. We were never on the same tribe.
Oh,
Final
Oh,
thoughts on Divi.
not
Jeremy, I'm unmuted. Bobby. I don't know if y'all heard that, but the second I came unmuted, Jeremy just burps. And I'm like, Bobby just tells the story of how he didn't like when Divi just burps.
oh my god. Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Oh
So
my gosh,
didn't
I'm so
either.
sorry if you did, guys.
I didn't hear it.
no, I didn't
That's
hear it either.
disgusting. Anyway, final words on Divi.
Not my type of person.
Next up for
Keaton.
place is Keaton.
I love Keaton.
Same.
We've played like one other game together and I ended up getting to the end of that game too, actually. But got 0 votes to win, which was funny. But he is, I don't even really know, like kind of hard to describe. You get something different from him every single time you play. And this time was nothing, sadly. But he's cool. I like talking to him.
I mean, he really wasn't active. I mean, I feel bad, but like,
Yeah.
I talk to other people a lot more.
I never played with Keaton before, but when I saw Keaton playing, I was like looking forward to it. And then yeah, it was unfortunate that he had like stuff going on during the game.
Final words on Keaton.
Love you.
We love Keaton.
Okay. 13th place and our last pre-merger, G-Tune.
Never was with G-Tune. Never heard of him before, so that's all I got.
He was really nice. Like, his vote kind of hurt me. Like, I felt really bad voting him. He was probably one of like the nicest people I met.
He was really nice when I talked to him and we talked. I was like, I actually have more in common and I like G-Tune better than everyone else on my tribe, but I just met him, so and I was like, I cannot like risk taking G-Tune like to a merge because we had no game relationship. We just I just like talking to him, and also we only talked like when after the results were announced that we lost the challenge. So it was like always like only hearing from Tune when we lost.
I'm glad that you guys got him when you did then because it sounds like everyone loved him right away, which is really scary to see and emerge. So I'm glad that
I feel like it would have been another Mikey situation. So
Final thoughts on G-Tune? And we'll head into merge.
I hope G-Tune keeps playing. I don't like. I think it was he didn't play that many orgs before either, but I feel like he has like the potential to be like a really good, at least
Yeah.
social player.
Yeah, this was also G-Tune's first
Yeah.
org. Yep, you're right.
it seems like we had a lot. Almost everybody.
We had a good bit of newbies this time, complete newbies. All right, next up we have our first juror and 12th placer, Duncan.
I
That was-
love Duncan.
Yeah, that was crazy.
He was honestly like one of my closest allies in this game. Like I would have went very far with him if you really wanted to.
We had I think he was the first person that I called in this game. After the initial night one call, we vibed really well right away. And then we got into a three-person chat with him and Madison, and then I saw that they were getting close and they had told me that they had played together before. So I pinned them against each other and made them not trust each other after I found the idol. Made it seem like I didn't have it and made it seem like Duncan had it instead. So it made Madison not trust him, which really worked in my favor. Sorry. Um, but yeah, if I had never found the idol, I think things would have been very different for our relationship. But then once merge happened, Madison had told me that Duncan said that we couldn't trust me after the whole demon twist paragraph thing that was written about me. So after that, when we merged, I knew that I wanted him to be the first merge vote, which I also took initiative of that vote, which I was very proud of. So yeah,
I mean, he was wanting you out anyway.
yeah, I felt it and I orchestrated, knew he was going with the exact amount of votes that happened. It was pretty cool. That was a really good move for me.
Well, I tried to get him and Blake to be a thing, but he really just didn't want anything with Blake, so it did not work out for him.
I was shocked that he, when he was the ghost, he said something about everyone except for me. And I was expecting to get the brunt of the force, and nothing was said about me. I was like, yay! I don't know how I escaped that at all.
Oh, I don't think he said anything about me. If he
Yeah,
did, I really don't remember.
yeah, he was like coming for a lot of people that voted him and didn't say anything about me. I don't know if he didn't know that I voted him out or what, but it's funny.
Maybe not.
Maybe he just wasn't like I feel like he was probably only coming after people he felt like hurt by that they voted for him, or like because it was expected probably that he didn't expect from you to be like
Yeah.
someone to save him. So,
Mhm.
but that vote was a mess. That vote showed how the rest of the season was gonna go.
We actually, I think I told everyone this already, but we met the second day of third day of the game, I
Yeah.
think, in person at the Lizzo concert, which was really fucking funny and unexpected, but really funny.
Final thoughts on Duncan?
Love you. Sorry.
Okay, next up is 11th, Allison.
Oh,
I
that
mean,
one,
I like her a lot, so
that one was rough. That whole round for me was rough because
Yeah.
she, I knew everything that was going on, and it was really one. It really hit home for me because it's relatable what she was going through personally to me, and I hope that she is safe and is taking the proper time that she needs for herself. That was really sad to see, and um, I almost actually played my idol on her instead, which would have sent myself home. So I'm glad I didn't do that. But I almost did, which good thing I didn't. But I love her.
Yeah. I feel like Allison
yeah.
played like a really strong pre-merge game. Like she was running, I feel like pretty much the game, and it all came like crashing down the first merge round with the results being revealed like of the touchy subjects and her winning a lot of like the negative awards. And then I felt bad voting her out, but if I wouldn't have done it, and because if like Zoreen and Mikey would have voted out Peyton instead of Allison, I could have been voted out instead of her because I was the person being the next one in line.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a defense mechanism, and plus I didn't want to vote Peyton.
Thanks. Love you, Allison.
Me.
Does Meg know she's on mute?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
I feel like, do we
probably.
just
Was I
start?
muted
Yeah.
this whole fucking time?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking bullshit. Were you guys done with Allison? Because I asked and no one said anything, so I thought you guys were
Yeah.
done.
We're done.
Okay.
Yeah, we were done.
Green.
Queen.
She's really sweet. Like, I felt bad, like, blindsiding her, but I knew she was gonna be, like, hard to get out later on in this game.
That was a really scary round for me. Because I did have to put all my trust in Lauren of all people who we weren't really that close and have a game relationship with. But that was a really important round for me to reestablish myself after the idol play. Wait, was that the round after I played idol?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Allison just
Yeah.
left and then it's Serene.
Yeah, so I was really nervous after the idol thing, but I was able to navigate my way, which was nice. But she, I think, was playing really, really, really well, and kind of masking it with the "I don't know what I'm doing" type of thing, which is really dangerous in Survivor. So I think it was good that she went when she did. I think she would have been a huge contender to win the game.
I loved like Zoreen because she was the easiest to talk to because of the time zone. Like it's always nice if you have someone to like you can talk to during the day or like having on the same time schedule because I never have that like not a lot if I play these games. So yeah, like Zoreen and I guess I got to go Mike already like we created this international chat because I was
Oh,
like I'm always like if I play these games I was like wouldn't it be cool if like the non-American people would just get to the end. But it was hard that round because that was the round where like everything about my game came like crashing down because all the time in the rounds before was like I want to protect Zarina and Mikey and also Peyton and Madison, but they didn't want to work with each other, so I wanted to balance them out, but that only hindered my game because then people thought I was close with all of them, and then no one talked to me about the votes for all of them. But I loved getting to know Zareen and talking to Zareen.
yeah, she's great.
Final thoughts on Zareen?
XO, XO.
Okay, ninth place, first victim of Live Night, Brandon.
I don't even know if I can talk about Brandon. Like, he's like, yeah. Okay, so let's go.
I mean, I feel bad because, like, literally right before he quit, like, he told me everything and we had a very heart to heart, like, for like an hour. So, like, I just felt really bad and I just wanted to give him a hug because he really needs one.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I really hope he's doing okay.
He's great. I've known him for so many years now, and I've only ever played one other game together, but we've like have had a snap streak for like an insane amount of time, like over a year and a half, I think.
Not a snap streak.
Right. But to know, like, to not to think we were so close, and like I still didn't know that he was going through that hard time is like just goes to show like how important talking about your mental health is and like normalizing being able to talk about it. And I'm glad that he was able to vocalize that on such a bigger platform than just on a one-on-one person connection.
I personally didn't have like a close relationship with Brandon. I will always remember when we did the posting challenge, Brandon basically winning against us.
I knew
I
that
did ask him if he was a robot.
I knew wanted to work with him after that, and once merge happened, because I was like, if this man is against me, this is not gonna be good. So I started working with him right away. Love him.
Final thoughts on Brandon?
King icon.
I
Okay.
hope he's doing better.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, and yes, I can let you guys know that he is doing better. He's in the jury chat, or he's doing better enough that he's in the jury chat right now. So,
Okay.
and he's there, and I'm
That's
pretty sure he'll be there at Final Tribal Council. So,
Yeah. I
um,
know that Pokemon came out and he's enjoying that.
yeah, I bet. I'm really trying to resist buying it because I don't want to waste all my time. But all
Yeah.
right, 8th place we have Amanda, the second victim of Live Night, and my wife. So be nice, but just kidding, be real.
That was
she's
hard.
really chill.
That was so hard. That was, I think, the hardest vote I cast in this game was Amanda. And I literally in the breakout room was sitting there debating it still, but I had to go with Madison on that one since we were such close. Like Madison was like my closest ally, so I had to trust her on that moment, which I'm really glad I did because it weakened Blake, which we really needed to happen. So, but that was the hardest vote I cast the whole game. We were very close. Eric Broden is one of our mutual friends, so we connected from that. We had never played together before, and she lives like 10, 20 minutes for me, probably, maybe 30 minutes. I don't know. But she's
Oh
very
wow.
close to me, so yeah, when Eric comes next time, we're all getting together, which is cool. Or we might just get together, just the two of us. I don't know, but she's cool.
Well, me, Blake, and her all had like a final three chat going on. So I mean,
Yeah,
I would have liked to make it with her.
I'm like, if I had to pick one person that I am scared to hear from, it would probably be Amanda, just because of I don't think she ever would have expected me to vote her that way. But that's probably, yeah, that one's the hardest vote for me for sure.
I must say that was the easiest vote. I want Amanda out all the time. Like everyone knew that. Like I don't know what her problem was with me, but every time I messaged, like I had to initiate the conversations all the time. Like she never really replied a lot, and then I asked her if she wanted to call sometime, like 2 or 3 times, and she never like answered that. So I was like, whatever, I'm not gonna play with Amanda if she doesn't want to play with me. So I was just gunning for it the whole time because I cannot with people that don't want to talk to me.
Yeah. I love her though. She's great.
Final thoughts on Amanda? Okay. 7th place, Madison.
No. Icon, queen of the season. I literally am in love with her. I think out of this whole cast, she is probably one, definitely someone that I can see myself talking to every day after and like being really good friends. I told her pretty much everything. I didn't tell her about the idols. Well, I told her about the second one, but I didn't tell her about the first one. But other than the first idol, she knew everything about my game. I think that she'll have a hard time voting between us. So, or Fabi and I at least. I don't know how close she was with Lauren, but I know that we had a 3-person chat for a long time. And I know that Fabi and I are probably her closest allies if I'm reading the room correctly. So I think she'll have a hard time voting.
I mean, I
Yeah,
wish we talked more, but we talked about hippos a lot. So
yeah, no, I knew Madison from another game we played together, but we like didn't get the chance to play together because she had a lot going on during that time. So when I saw Madison playing this game and playing with her this time, it was a different experience, and I really enjoyed getting to know Madison. better as a person, and being able to work with her this time was really like something, one of the highlights of the game.
Queen of accents. She brought so much like entertainment. And
I hope she's bringing accents tomorrow.
I hope so. She like if it wasn't for her, like I don't think I would have been as grounded of a player this game. Like there was a lot of times when she really calmed me down. And I was literally like even closer to playing my idol for her than I was playing it for Allison. But Madison was like completely sure that we had the votes, so I didn't do it. I was going to, but she told me no. So I'm not really sure if she would have stayed and I would have played it and she would have stayed. I'm not really sure if I would be here. Probably not, but I was fully prepared to play it on her. I hope she knows that. Well, she does know that. She told me not to.
Any final thoughts on Madison? Okay. Why does it do this? Sixth place, Blake.
Oh man.
I love him so much. I've honestly been his friend for years. We just haven't really talked, but like this game brought us so much closer. Like he's probably literally my favorite person I've ever had a final two with. I told him literally everything. I literally told him moves before it happened, like rounds before. Like, he was my rock in this game.
He's great, and I sincerely think that if there was a juror that was most deserving to be here, it's him. And I think he played the shit out of this game. I'm really nervous to hear what he's going to say to me. I'll take any flack that he has to give me because I really did kind of lie to him a lot. But he had to go. I think he knows he had to go. I was never against him until Madison was against him, and I would rather have lost his trust than Madison's trust. So I just had to listen to her. So, but he's great.
I feel kind of bad for Blake because before this game, I played BB Disney with Blake. That was like literally that ended and this started, and there he got like cut at final three, like last person before the final two, where he probably would have won if he made it the end. I feel like if he made it to the end in this game, he had a good chance of winning.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't want to say I maybe got like revenge, but he got me out on his HOH when we played BB. But I never like took that personally. Like I talked a fair amount with Blake. Like that's why I also didn't vote him out when he was voted out. I voted him out over Madison because it was Madison over Blake. But like the round after, uh, I was not gonna vote out Blake because I like playing with Blake. So he is a really great person.
I just realized that I don't know. Like that round was insane. Like I almost didn't even vote for him that round. I almost voted Lauren and she wouldn't be here. That's literally so sad. But yeah, that's crazy to think that my vote is what sent it to Rocks, or not Rocks, to the revote. That's crazy to think because I almost just voted with Bobby, which would have been crazy. Yeah. I'm so glad we're doing this because it is giving me some talking points for tomorrow because I haven't thought about what I'm gonna say.
I'm kind of just gonna wing it.
Yeah.
Because I get more nervous reading off of something. So
yeah, my prod chat was like, "What are your talking points?" And I was like, "I don't have like I'm literally nothing. I don't have any. Like I'm literally winging it."
I mean, I don't know. When I'm a juror, I don't like people just sitting there reading off their piece of paper. I like it to be more genuine.
Yep. Same.
I have to read something because it was gonna be late at night, and that's not my first language. I would forget everything.
I mean, I'm sure. I feel like that's gonna happen to me, and then I'll remember, and then I'll move on with my life.
It's like give my speech, and then when it's too late, there's like I'm like, oh, I should have said that and that and that and that, and I always forget to say things.
Okay, final thoughts on
Nice.
Blake.
Love you, Blake.
Alrighty, bet. Fifth place, Mikey. We got 2 left.
Oh, look at that man. So I'm literally so in love with him. He was great. I think out of everyone, he might have lied to me the most. Out of everyone, almost.
Oh,
Maybe
more than me?
I was about to say maybe not more than Lauren, but he lied me a lot, and rightfully so. I think if I was in his shoes, I would have wanted me out as well. So I get it, but we did come together one time, or we were gonna come together one time, but I ended up not doing it. Anyways, but yeah, he's great.
Didn't you all? No. He voted Amanda with you, right?
Oh yeah. That's the round we
That
came.
was the one time.
Yeah, that was the one time, and then I was supposed to vote Blake with, or no, I was supposed to vote Zachy with him, right? Yeah, I was supposed to vote Zachy with him, and I voted him instead.
Yeah, I kind of told Zachy,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Your best bet is to talk to Peyton." So,
I was like, gotta take my chances on beating Zachy in immunity than going up against Mikey, because Mikey, ugh, he had such a case to win. Everyone loves him.
I felt bad. He wanted me to be in the finals with him, but I knew it would not be that smart of a move. So,
I love talking to Mikey, and I feel like honestly, with his time zone, I feel like that time zone is almost worse, like than the European time zone to play these games. So I have like mad respect for people that play games from that time zone where he is right now, and I feel like he did a really great job. I like talking to Mikey uh in general, even though sometimes when they voted Peyton they never told me, but uh I had he always came to me like after the Zareen vote. I was kind of like not pissed, but I was uh kind of sad. He was like always there and like talked to me, explained everything. So he always made me feel better about myself.
oh,
Yeah, he's great.
And in a few hours, it's gonna be Germany versus Japan playing the World Cup. So we have that to talk about at Final Tribal Council.
Did France win today, by the way? I assume they did.
Yeah, sadly.
Yeah, I was rooting against them because my boss was rooting for them, and I don't know anything about soccer. Anyway, final thoughts on Mikey.
Love you.
Fun fact, this was also Mikey's very first org.
Oh wow, that's crazy. He did
First
so
org
good.
ever. Yep.
he told me he's
Imagine him
probably never
later.
playing again.
Wow.
Alrighty, and then last up tonight, guys, we have our final juror, the fallen angel of 4th place, Zachy, who we lost in a fire making challenge. Please give your thoughts on Zachy.
Yeah, I loved Zachy. It's one of the funniest people, like in this. He made me laugh like every time we would call.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. He was just so great.
We get along so well. And that's exactly why I had to keep him at an arm's distance, because I just could not have another person that I didn't want to vote out. And so like I was like, if we talk every day and we get on all these calls, I'm never gonna want to vote you. That's why I kept him at an arm's distance. I'm expecting that to be one of the questions he asked me, like why we didn't chat a lot. Um, and that's why, just because I think he was playing such a strong game and I didn't want my judgment to be clouded. But he is like genuinely one of the best people that I know from this community. Um, he's a very genuine person, and that's really refreshing to have as a friend. So, like I said about Blake, he's like very deserving to be here as well. So, it was an honor to go up against him in fire making and actually win something for once in my life. So, that was cool to take him down in a comp when that was his whole game was winning. So that was cool. But yeah.
Yeah, we had a, I would say, almost tragic relationship because coming to merge, I also wanted to work with Zaki, and I was in the beginning when like Madison was throwing Zaki's name out, I was like, I'm not voting Zaki, like I'm not doing it. And somehow it turned out that people told Zaki I was after him, and I think he's the person that voted the most against me. So at the end, I was like, if you're voting for me, I'm just gonna vote you out.
Period.
And I feel like that's when he said like congratulations on giving Peyton the win when he was out. If he would have maybe been nicer to me, he would have been the person in the final three instead of Peyton. But he was like the last rounds with me and Zaki were difficult. Like Zaki, he came to me, I think it was the Madison vote. He messaged me like, oh, just checking in about the vote, how you feeling? And I told him how he felt and he never replied. And I was like, don't talk to me then if you don't, if like,
Right.
and ask me how I feel about the vote if you're just not gonna answer.
Damn, there are so many moving parts on why the fuck I'm in the end. Jesus Christ.
Any final thoughts on Zaki? Okay, sorry about that. So before we end, I just want to see if you guys want to say anything else about your memories of the season, about any of the castaways, any final thoughts you'd like to share before we end this, and then the next thing you do is final tribal.
Not really. I'm excited for this to be over. But it's a great season. I'm really glad that I decided to apply. Literally the last day of applications.
I do remember that, yes.
Funny. I was like, I'm never gonna be able to get cast because I'm sure they've like figured everything out already. It's like the last day, and right after I did my interview, like they closed everything. I was like, yeah, I'm not making the cast. But here I am.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to sleep after the season is over. And I'm gonna take
Sleep's
a
good.
break at least for a few months to recharge before I play another org. That
I'm
was
really not playing anything else
yeah.
for a while.
All right. Well, I appreciate all three of you. Thank you for doing this with me tonight. Thank you for not taking 3 hours to do it. Sorry to any of the jurors who are mad that you didn't talk about them for 30 minutes, but I appreciate you guys. And I will see all three of you tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for Final Tribal Council. Good luck.